Hello again, a new project for today. You see what the polar bear is saying, long time no see. And today I have an idea. A lot of people are using this kind of amplifiers, the ZPF 5189 I think. The ZPF is doing a great job. At least this amplifier of mine, it's already with a filter inside. So it's doing two things in the same time, having a filter and amplifier. And here I have a TTN gateway with a RAC 2245, which have a Semtech SX1301 or 08, and the radio it's S6 1257 or something from Semtech 2, and the Raspberry Pi 0. This is a very simple TTN gateway. I'm using this for experimenting, for sending beacons and stuffs like this, and it's very easy to be done. You can find it on the internet all around. Okay, so finally, let's call this the miner, because it's doing almost the same thing, sending beacons and so on. So we have the antenna connected to the amplifier, and of course going eventually to that antenna up here, which is ISF 692410 10 dB. Well, we'll talk about this antenna a little bit later, or in the next episode something. It's a really interesting antenna, and we have to open it up to see it for a better understanding. Somehow, now it's the classic situation. Miner, amplifier, and antenna, of course. We have signal from the antenna to the miner, but not the other way. So TX, no. We only have RX because obviously the amplifier it's blocking the TX signal. So I came with an idea. I'm not sure if it's working. We have to experiment this, but it should. So here I have a splitter. All right? Splitter. That's the miner. And from the splitter, we have two outputs. One will go to a TX antenna directly, and the other one goes to the amplifier and to the reception antenna. So the splitter somehow is doing the job by passing the TX signal to the output. Obviously, the TX signal sent to the amplifier will stuck here. And don't worry, it will be no problem, no harm to the miner. First of all, the powers are very low. And second, this amplifier have a 50 ohms output or something anyway, so it's dumping the signal inside, so it's no harm to the amplifier. So, to be sure that this thing is working, let me have this running. Okay, so amplifier it's on. The gateway it's on. You see the lights there. Let me isolate that output there because it's dangerous for shorting. And this is another very interesting thing we can do for a better Wi-Fi signal. We can have a Wi-Fi output from the Raspberry Pi. Okay, we'll talk about that in another episode. And all right, so here we have the classic setup. All right, on the screen my radio, it's like 20 meters away in another side of the house, and what we can do now, it's to force this guy to send a beacon. You see now I'm sending a 10 dB beacon from the gateway to the antenna through the amplifier. Obviously nothing happens. Let's have a maximum gain here. Yeah, we can see a kind of TX, but this is absolutely crazy amplified. Let's connect the antenna to the gateway directly, or to the miner. Okay, because this is exactly what's happening with a miner. All right, let's put the antenna on, and there we go. You see the beacon? It's 10 dB beacon. So obviously it's running out. What I'm expecting to see now, when I'm having the splitter on, and here I have the splitter. Let me take this out. This is for reception. Let's call it reception. And let me have the antenna on. Yes, we can see the beacon. Okay? Alright, let me use the other port. It's easier to do that. Here, do we have signal? We should. Nothing? How comes? Something wrong with my adapter? No, because this is not an adapter. This is a 20 dB attenuator. Oh my. Where are you adapters? Okay, there we go. So this was an attenuator, of course. It's not working through an attenuator. Oh yes, here we have an adapter. Let's check the both ports. We should have signal here. Yes, you can see it on the screen. Yeah, it's working. What about the other output? Oh, I took the adapter with me. Of course, it should work. Yeah, we got the signal. So it doesn't really matter which port I'm using for TX. I have the output signal. And now I have the amplifier here. Yes, it's working. It's a little bit warm. That's how ZPF 5189 is working usually. And here I have the RX antenna. Simple. You see the TX is running as well, and the RX will come through the amplifier. Okay, that's the RX antenna. We come through the amplifier, splitter, and back to the input. Well, I'm not sure if it's working, but that's the idea of the things. I'm gonna have this hooked up on a miner up on the roof, and I'll let you know about the results. But so far, I think the idea is great. So we don't need any circulator, because anyway the amplifier is blocking the TX signal here, but it's having the RX in, and obviously the TX is running the other side to the antenna and back to the ether, to the air. Okay, I hope it's useful. If you consider having this test, having this experiment, please let us know the results. Theoretically, it should work. But now, you know, all the time the practice, you know, it's it's something different about the books. Okay? So just let us know. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and of course, have some fun. Bye.